Today is absolutely the day that the geraniums are going outdoors. T-Rex just had to wait for one more huge rainstorm. Actually, that's not why I waited. You got the major rinse cycle last night. So these are called the oak catkins, and they rained down on my deck in downpours. I did power wash yesterday. Picnic table over there is actually 21 years old. I'm trying to hold it together, and if it doesn't fall apart when you power wash it, then I think it's still legit. Anyhow, so the oak pollen season is done. Now we have the pine pollen season to go. What a storm last night, or a series of training storms. I mentioned we might be woken up by a thunderstorm. I didn't think it would last hours. Look at that osprey. Did you see that osprey? Oh, that's not an osprey. Osprey does not fly like that, I don't think. You can't quite see him behind that tree. You never know what you're going to see outdoor weather and more. Come over this way. That's an osprey. He was just kind of going crazy there a little bit. Flying like an eagle. Wait a second. Yet to be determined on that bird type. We do have eagles around here too. Major rinse cycle. How much rain did you get up the street here, Jeff Mers? The Hyannis Airport reported 1.84 inches of rain. That's about 18 days worth of rain in about 4 hours last night. Training thunderstorms. First woke us up about 1:30. Really loud, close thunder. And then another training thunderstorm kind of came in, or a series of them at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. It actually lasted almost until sunrise this morning. That bird feeder was pretty much dry yesterday. I showed the radar on Twitter. I was awake for the storms. Just remarkable. And here's the Coco Raz rainfall, and you can see Edgartown for the win at 2.15 inches. It's pretty rare when the thunderstorms that cross New England stall and intensify over Cape Cod and the islands. That's what happened last night. Stalled frontier. It's been here now for 3 days. Actually came in 2 nights ago. And could be a sign of things to come with the hurricane season beginning this week, June 1st. And is it going to come out? Is the sun going to come out? Is the rain done? I think the rain is done on Cape Cod. Look at the satellite image from this morning at about 7:30. The cloud deck that generated the thunderstorms, casting this massive arcing shadow from Maine to Massachusetts. And then you have some sunny breaks and some sky waves there, gravity waves, those rows of altocumulus coming across Vermont. That's the leading edge of colder air that's coming our way, but it's going to take another front or two to go by. This front is not done with us. Temperature and dew point map this morning. Oh, it's getting windy again from the southwest. Boston already up to 70 degrees at 8 a.m. And the dew point numbers are in blue. Hyannis at 61 over 61. That's this fog. The ground is radiating moisture this morning. And the dew point in New Haven, Connecticut, the dew point's still 68. So that's tropical humidity for this time of year. Very sticky air. And the fronts are still stalled over New England. We're in the warm sector in southern New England. So when the sun comes out, many of us are going to get to 80 degrees for the 8th day in a row. Suddenly summer, day 8. Started last Tuesday, but for a change, it's not the best day of the week today or tomorrow. I think it turns into a pretty nice day, but there's another round of showers and thunderstorms that'll be scattered this afternoon. Go to the Sterling, Massachusetts weather.us 3 to 5 day. You can see the blue line, the dew point kind of steps down a little bit each day, and the temperature goes up to near 80 today, and then the clouds come in again tomorrow with another bit of rain tomorrow night and Thursday, and the dew point comes up and then goes down. Dew point goes down into the 30s actually for a time late Thursday into Friday, which may set up a really nice weekend. Let's just cut to the chase on the Euro from pivotalweather.com. Thank you, Corey, and all the people wondering where I get all this data. I do pay a little bit for this Pivotal Weather, and here we go. It's about a 995 occluded low in Quebec that's only slowly pulling out, and gradually we're still at 564, 566 thickness today. So that's where we get to 84 to 86 degrees. And then tomorrow, another front comes through here, another scattered shower. And now we can see the thickness numbers coming down. We talk about those a lot. The 540 showing up there in Quebec is cold enough for snow, but we're going to about 552, which means if the sun were out, and a land breeze. We could get to 72 still on Thursday, but there's that low that's on the south coast. Doesn't look like a real powerful low, but that'll cause some clouds and rain and southern New England anyway, with the wind from the east and the northeast. So that's Thursday, but it keeps on moving, unlike some of the guidance from 2 days ago, which had it stalling here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now Friday, we get the high pressure to our west, kind of invigorating night, Friday night, Saturday morning, maybe a little bit chilly, but here come the 560, well, 558 thickness and 564 thickness again by the weekend, and high pressure to our west. Looks like pretty nice weather. And the guidance had this major front coming through here again next Sunday night, but that has disappeared for now. That's just one run in a row with no fronts coming in this weekend. Could end up really nice. And then we're getting into Tuesday, June 4th. That's the hurricane webinar we're doing with Blue Hill Observatory. More on that. Here's the link. It's on bluehill.org. That's a week from this morning. And it looks like tropical humidity may be trying to come back our way again the middle of next week with the 570 coming in here. And summer really kicks in for good. Oh boy, here comes one of the landscape trucks. Be a lot of mowing to do with this rain coming off and on last few days in inches. T-Rex, let's get out of the road, okay? Oh shoot. I hope he's not coming to do my yard yet, because I am not ready. I think just like when the cleaner comes to your house, you got to clean before they get there. My lawn is covered. Is that... Good morning. Dependable. Yep, that's Greg Gisselle's crew. They're doing my lawn today, so I got to clean that up. Greg is my cousin. Talked about the family yesterday. We keep it in the family around here. So T-Rex, let's go. I'm gonna clean up the lawn. Yesterday we were outdoors, kept it local, did some chores, that power washing we talked about, and then went down to the beach. The beach is in pretty good shape, but we strengthened our little ramp, and also saw a little bit of eelgrass yesterday. Eelgrass is the good kind of seaweed. We want that eelgrass to grow. And so that was a good sign. But overall, the water is not in a good shape. We'll talk more about that as I start the water testing season coming up. Did you guys mow last week? Seriously? I mean, the grass is like 10 inches tall right now in my yard. Well, they're going to mow now. Highlights of mowing and more tomorrow. That's it for today. Angela, thank you for the butternut squash that I found on the power washer. Talk to you tomorrow. It's past 3 o'clock, almost the same as yesterday with some blue sky. When the sun comes out, it's really warm. Our flag was going a little bit from the south a few minutes ago. And it's in the low 70s. We did some power washing. The deck is ready for the geraniums. And what is this? T-Rex. A butternut squash just appeared on the power washer. How does that happen? I think I know. It's too early for our harvest of this year's butternut, but Angela on the prowl, delivering vegetables and treats to everybody in the neighborhood. Stealth. Thanks, Angela. Come down the beach. 3:30, Monday, Memorial Day, May 27th. So we welcome all kayaks, but we generally keep them up the banking a little bit, not on the beach area. Kevin's resecuring with some really long screws our walkway, and it's really not sturdy enough to hold the kayak here, so there's a kayak area to put all the kayaks right there, or up on the banking would be best. This thing ain't going anywhere. I don't know what he's doing. Reinforcements. Working? Or are you playing? Can't tell the difference. Who dat? For those of you keeping score with my out the door weather and more, this is the Fallons Pond, and this is where Lincoln reeled in that 33-inch bass on April 23rd, more than a month ago. They're here. And then 2 days ago, we celebrated William Albert Kelly's birthday across the pond, right up there in that green grass right there. at Rob's house, and I'm not sure who's fishing here, but that's the way to go. Manpower, fish power, people power. Memorial Day Monday. Past 4. Some good news. Found some eelgrass roots. This is where scallops grow. And Ryan and Kevin talking about fishing, and one of the young stripers came ashore. He says he calls this release mortality. Not all the fish that we release live, but we've got tons of bass in here and a tiny bit of eelgrass, so there's good news right there. So here's our banking, and there's some beach plum, and we've always just put the seaweed up there on the banking to maintain the beach and the banking. So that's the most recent. And then this is what happens to that invasive sponge we met last year. It's gross. And then this is eelgrass. This is what we need. This is the healthy river stuff. And I'm not sure. This is probably from a little bit of eelgrass that we found last summer. More eelgrass equals a healthier estuary. And more bass, and especially scallops. It's raining magnolia everywhere into our smart food. Call it May snow. Magnolia blowing and drifting. T-Rex, are those strawberries over there you walking in?
You know, around the country that swallow court cases and for law schools and stuff like that.